I'm here to tell you everything you need to bring to college. My name's Avery, and I just graduated from a private four-year university in business marketing. We're going to go over clothing, dorm items, supplies, bathroom, and just general other items I think you're going to want and need. I'm also going to have everything written down in a downloadable or screenshotable list at the end of this video, and we'll make timestamps for you at each of those categories. So if there's something specific you're looking for, you can just skip ahead and find that exact list that we recommend. Okay, let's start with clothes. First of all, you do not need to bring your entire wardrobe from home. You're also going to want to wait till you get to campus and see what the norm is like for most of the students actually going to classes and living there. Most places where I went, it was like jeans and casual wear or even athletic wear, especially for athletes. So I just recommend waiting till you're actually on campus to do your back to school shopping. One thing that everybody needs no matter where you go to school, whether it's a small school, a big school, a massive party school, a sports school, anything like that, is a solid pair of white sneakers. I had these same pair of Air Forces and then the black Converse all 4 years of college. They will be destroyed, but you will be so happy you have them. Get a pair of white ones, but if you buy two, get like a white pair and a black pair so then you can kind of interchange them. You'll want to bring a lot of your favorite clothes that you kind of just wear on the daily or your day-to-day basis. I recommend like 1 to 2 pairs of nicer shoes, especially if you dress up for anything or have any nice events to go to. But make sure to keep your wardrobe casual and comfortable. You'll be walking a lot from your residence hall to your classrooms to the dining hall and just kind of generally on campus all together. So you want to keep everything really comfortable. I will say everybody will want to bring one professional looking outfit, kind of at least, or a couple interchangeable pieces with that. This can be for business classes, like I had to dress up for a couple presentations and look really professional with a full blouse or button-down top, trousers, pants, and dress shoes. It's just a good staple to have in your closet or kind of just any general event on campus that you feel like you might want to be a little bit nicer for. Next up, we're going to focus on dorm necessities. I'm not really going to focus on decor because that's all pretty personal and honestly totally up to you. So I'm just going to focus on the things I really think you need. Probably know most of the basics from other videos or just things you've researched online or things your college has already told you about that you're going to in the fall. But this is including things like bedding for a twin XL. I didn't know there was a difference between a twin and a twin XL until I got to college, but there definitely is, and there is different bedding and bed situations for both. A twin XL is going to be the most common mattress in all residence halls and dorms, and it's, again, slightly bigger, so you're going to want to make sure you find bedding and any mattress toppers or protection pads for a twin XL specifically. Other basic needs include a Brita, chargers. I definitely recommend the 6 to 10 foot chargers or superchargers just because outlets are never placed conveniently, and you'll always want them to wrap around, or if you want to lay in bed and you have it like pulled towards you, that kind of thing, or superchargers if you're in your dorm room and you're getting ready to go out for an event later and you want to charge your phone really quick. It takes like maybe less than an hour to charge your whole phone. Another item is going to be a fan. Dorm rooms get really stuffy really quick because it's such a small space for a bunch of different people and all of their stuff. So it gets really stuffy and kind of hot, especially if you live somewhere where it's warm a lot of the time. You're definitely going to want a fan. Similarly, if you have allergies or just don't do well with stuffy environments, I really recommend an air purifier. Also, if you like white noise in the background, an air purifier is great for that and just kind of cleans the air at the same time. Another thing is going to be both extension cords and power strips. Again, not going to have a lot of outlets, and you have to share them with at least one other roommate, most likely, unless you're going to be in a single occupancy. You're also going to want something on the side of your bed to hold all of your day-to-day needs that you want accessible right close to you that keeps a little bit more private. Circling back to bedding, there's definitely some specifics you need in terms of that twin XL bedding. I definitely recommend a comforter versus a duvet just because it's easier to wash and then you don't have to put a whole cover over the insert. I also definitely recommend a mattress topper. I have like a 2-inch mattress topper from either Amazon or Costco. Super inexpensive, but makes your bed so much more comfortable because dorm mattresses are not exactly pillow-like or heavenly. I definitely also recommend only 1 to 2 sleeping pillows. Again, it's a twin XL, so it's really small, and I'm a multi-pillow person, so I use 2. And then the only other thing I definitely recommend getting is a big Euro-sized pillow to kind of keep behind that 1 sleeping pillow or 2 sleeping pillows. This is because your bed frame will kind of be a bit looser than your mattress, and you might lose things or drop things. And again, if you are in that top bunk of a bed, you could drop things really easily. So having that Euro pillow behind just kind of keeps it more like a headboard when you don't have to buy one. You'll also want to bring a couple blankets and decorative pillows just to make the space yours. I recommend at least 2 to 3 blankets just for being cozy at night, decoration, but then also in case other people stay with you or you have visitors, then it's a good way for them to be warm and cozy too. Other important things to include in your dorm would be a form of soft lighting or just alternate lighting to the super fluorescent dorm lighting. I don't recommend the LED lights that you see. Those stick to the walls actually, and after you take them off, it peels the wall back up off of them, and then you'll have to pay to get that repaired. But I do recommend fairy lights or changing lights or even just lamps or alternative lighting. I know the sunset lamp is really cool too nowadays. So you will also have a small space for storage for some food. Just get like a couple plates, cups, bowls, silverware, that kind of thing, just to have that are microwavable safe, because you will most likely have a microwave and a mini fridge just so you can have snacks in your actual dorm room. You're also going to want to make a trip to Costco and get all of your favorite home foods and snacks just to keep. Make sure they're non-perishable because you will just have a little teeny fridge, so make sure there are things that don't need to be refrigerated or frozen. Another great tip is if you do end up getting a rug in your dorm, which I recommend waiting to buy until you're there just to measure it and make sure the sizing is good, is a small vacuum. It just makes your life so much better, and your dorm will get so gross so quick just from shoes and constantly running in and out, and it's such a small space, so just get a little vacuum. It helps so much. The best thing I had to store all of my stuff in both the moving in and out process and just under bed storage were these big blue IKEA bags that zipped from like the bottom all the way around to the top. They come in like packs of 6 or 10, super cheap, they're like $10. They're massive, they can fit anything. What's also great about these is they're stackable, so you can stack them, it's like little rectangles, and so you can stack them on top of each other. They're super easy to store because they fold up too, really small, but they can hold literally anything. If you don't get anything on this list, get these storage bags. You're also definitely gonna want to bring hangers for your closet space. I will say to wait for, again, those like storage bins or any drawers you might want until you're actually in your space to see how much you might have, but that's also a good idea if you do have space for it. The basic laundry supplies, in my opinion, would include Tide Pods because they're little packets. You don't have to deal with spilling or pouring. It's just pop one in. Dryer sheets, stain remover spray, and Tide sticks. Those are going to be huge. I have like 7 Tide sticks scattered around in my purse, in my like luggage, in my backpack, just in my dorm room. They were the best things in the whole wide world because you're going to be really lazy and not going to want to wash your stuff all the time. But if you get a little coffee stain on your shirt, just put some Tide stick on it. It's gone in 5 seconds. It's the best. For cleaning supplies, you're going to want things like Clorox wipes, Lysol spray, paper towels, that kind of thing, just to keep your room disinfected and clean because there are lots of germs in college. Some other things I definitely recommend that may not be told to you right away or you may just overthink in the packing process is going to be some batteries and a screwdriver, but you're going to want both types of screwdrivers because there's all kinds of little things that you're going to be building or just need randomly on a whim. You'll want both the flathead screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver or even just a mini toolkit. They both help so much. Another one of those things is going to be thumbtacks. This is for paintings, posters, anything you're going to want to hang up or just random uses. I found so many uses for thumbtacks and always needed them and never had them and had to go buy a massive box every time. So just buy one in the beginning and make sure to store it with all your other stuff. The most important type of supply box you're going to want in your dorm is your medical supply box. For this, I definitely recommend specific stuff. This will be Advil, Tylenol, or even the generic versions of the two. Cold and flu medication, I use the NyQuil and DayQuil, works like a charm, although I do recommend the liquid versus the pills. They work better for me, but I would also bring the pills like to a night class if I had that instead. Make sure to also just bring anything else that you may need. I also brought allergy medication like Benadryl, Allegra, Zyrtec, because where I was at, there were a ton of trees and different plants that were different from where I was at home. So my allergies would act up seasonally, and it was so great having them on hand. Moving on to bathroom needs, you're definitely going to want to bring just all your basic hygiene products: shampoo, conditioner, shaving cream, body wash, razors, face wash, lotion, moisturizer, yada, yada, yada. All your specific skincare you want. If you wear makeup, bring all your makeup remover. You're also going to want to bring a shower caddy. I do recommend ones that have something that you can hang on, just so you don't have to set it on the ground, because that can be kind of icky in a communal bathroom. I also definitely recommend bringing a robe just to go from your room to a bathroom, or just to be a little bit more private, makes things easier. You definitely want flip-flops or shower shoes to wear in the communal bathrooms, or definitely in your shower if you have communal bathrooms. Another thing you're definitely going to want to bring is the larger size towels instead of kind of like small bathroom towels. You can just bring like 2 or 3, and then you'll have a couple backups for when you need them. And about 10, if not more, face wash or washcloth towels for your face for morning and night. Then you don't have to wash them as much. Last but not least, here are just some last few little miscellaneous random things I think you should bring to college that you might not find on most typical lists or in most videos. You're obviously going to want some pair of headphones or AirPods. I kind of recommend bringing 2, honestly. I have both a pair of big headphones and AirPods. I keep one in my backpack and one at home in my dorm. Makes things a lot easier. If you are going to college somewhere warm, you're definitely going to want to bring a couple swimsuits, a beach towel, and body sunscreen. I forgot to bring like any sort of beach towel. I think I maybe had a bottle of sunscreen but didn't have a towel and was like, oh, I want to go to the pool or I want to go to the beach. I was like, wait, I don't have a towel. Like, that's just something you overlook, so definitely make sure to pack one. You're also gonna wanna bring a speaker. I just bought like a little JBL speaker. It was like bright teal. It was like this big, super small, worked great. It's just great for outings and little things and gatherings with your friends, so just bring a speaker. You'll regret it if you don't. If you are in a business major or math major or anything where you're taking a general education class with any sort of math involved, get a graphing calculator. The little basic calculators, like the one on your phone, do nothing. The graphing calculator is more expensive, but it will literally save your life for these classes. You're also gonna want a good water bottle. I have both a big Hydro Flask and a Stanley, and definitely reach for my Hydro Flask more, and definitely did in college. It's so much easier to carry. It had like a little lip on it, and then I can put it in my backpack or a purse, or if you have like a tote bag, and it won't spill, whereas the Stanley like always spills and knocks over, and it's kind of embarrassing. So definitely bring something that's both easily washable and carryable. You're also going to want to bring at least one mirror for your college dorm room. I had 2 different ones. I had one that I put on the back of the door that was more full body, so I could kind of see myself and not have to go to a communal bathroom to like see what was going on. And then I also had one on my little desk that I used to get ready in the morning or at night. And I got one with lights in it. It either plugged in or used batteries, and that was a game changer because again, that dorm lighting is not ideal. So make sure to get one with lights too. It really helps. I really hope this list helps you feel more comfortable and more prepared. Just know you're probably doing everything right, and as long as you feel comfortable and safe and prepared, you're going to be fantastic. Make sure when you are bringing your own things, you're staying true to yourself. Don't worry about impressing roommates or trying to impress people to make friends. You're gonna find your people in college. It's the best part about it, and I think most people would say the same. So make sure to bring things that really make your space feel like you, because if you do try to bring stuff to be someone you're not, you're gonna feel that, and it's gonna be really hard. Your dorm is gonna turn into your home, so make it comfortable, make it safe, and make it somewhere you really wanna be. If you think of anything else to add to this list, anything I may have forgotten, or if you have any Holy Grail products that you couldn't live without in college, please let me know in the comments. If you want a part 2 explaining any other college advice, subscribe and let us know. Okay, bye!